Back in the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen, and I am making our family's favorite macaroni salad. This is my recipe. This is tuna macaroni salad. You ain't gonna wanna miss this, y'all.
Oh, it's a simple living in the hills of Tennessee. But Brooks and Christy say that's the life for me.
Make this wonderful tuna macaroni salad. You're gonna need 1 pound of elbow macaroni or your favorite shape, 4 hard-boiled eggs sliced up, a half a cup of diced celery, very fine, half a cup of diced onion, also very fine, 1 tomato cut, and I like to remove some of the juice from the tomato, 2 cans of tuna, the 6-ounce cans, 1 cup of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of your favorite seafood seasoning, like Old Bay. I'm using a Chesapeake Bay seasoning, and a tablespoon of dill seasoning, and salt and pepper to taste. First things first, we've got to make our pasta, and of course we're going to salt that water so that our pasta has some good flavor. Going to get that pasta boiling, and we're going to cook it to al dente. Of course, give it a stir so they don't stick. You are going to want to drain your tuna. You don't want to drain it heavily, but you do want to get most of the excess water out. Whatever is left is going to flavor our macaroni. Our macaroni noodles have been boiling for about 9 minutes, and they are al dente. Time to drain them. So to cool our noodles down, we're just going to spray them with some cold water for a minute or so, just to kind of cool them down so that they are ready to put in our macaroni salad. All right, everybody, we are going to make this delicious, and our whole family loves it, right, Brooks?
Yes, we do.
Tuna macaroni salad. And mine is a little different than most, of course, because I spice it a bit differently than most, which is what makes it mine, right? All right. So usually while the macaroni is cooking is when I cut up everything. We've got our eggs. These are from our country cluckers out back. We've got 4 boiled eggs. We've got 1 tomato diced up, and that is you could put it or not, but today we're going to put it because we have an abundance of tomatoes right now. And we've got a half a cup of finely diced celery, half a cup of finely diced onion. We've got a cup of mayonnaise. Might need a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. We've got about a tablespoon of this Chesapeake Bay seasoning, or you can use Old Bay. We've got about a tablespoon of all-purpose dill mix, or just dill weed. You can use that. And then I've got 2 cans of tuna that I drained, as you saw, and salt and pepper if we need it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I do things just a little bit differently than other people. Why is that not a surprise? I actually mix up everything first, and then I mix the macaroni in, because I feel like it helps preserve the integrity of the noodle. If that makes any sense to you at all. It makes sense to me, and this is the way I've always done it, so this is how I do it. So yeah, the tuna is not got all the juice in it, but I did leave some because that does help flavor this wonderful macaroni salad.
I mean, I have a question.
Yes?
The tuna that you use?
Yes.
Water or oil?
I use water, and I actually use the chunk light tuna, not the white tuna, because I like the stronger flavor. If you like the solid white albacore, you could use that. There are some people that swear that tuna and oil is the only way to go. So if you're one of those people, tell us. So basically what I've done here is I have kind of mashed up the tuna, and then I'm just going to kind of add everything else in. In goes our eggs. Very thankful for the cluckers out back who give those to us. Our spices, we've got the dill weed or dill mix, whichever you want to use. your seafood or Old Bay or Chesapeake seasoning. Now the Chesapeake seasoning has salt in it already, so that is going to kind of help us with our salt. All right, and our cup of mayonnaise. I think something just went flying. And I'm just mixing that all up. Momo's back there making his Momo noises. All right, adding in our veggies. And I think I'm gonna go ahead, instead of adding more mayo, just add a splash of milk to give it some creaminess. I am a go-as-you-go cook, and I'm an eyeballer. If you've watched me, I don't measure very often. Baking is different. You have to measure with baking. So we're having our little family 4th of July gathering on Saturday this year. So everybody loves tuna mac. So once it's all mixed up, that's what it looks like. So, and I love that because it's kind of just like a dressing. And so you're just going to toss the noodles in a little bit at a time and mix them up. I think that's probably just the right amount of dressing. Momo, are you making your noises? Where's Momo? Oh, he's sitting down here. He's sitting down here waiting for a noodle. You want a noodle, Momo? Here you go, have a noodle. Don't tell Peachy. Peachy will find out. All right, giving that a good mix. And I think that actually is probably gonna be just enough of everything. I got a taste for salt, because we don't want bland. I can't stand bland, y'all. I'm a full flavor cook. And the creaminess level on this looks perfect to me. You can see it's got plenty of everything kind of floating around in there. All right, so I gotta taste it, because you're not a good cook if you don't taste it. So if you ain't tasting your food, you need to taste it. That's really, really close. I'm gonna go ahead and add some pepper. It literally, matter of fact, if you're kind of low salt and you're watching a salt intake, what I just did there is probably plenty. I don't know if Old Bay is got salt in it. You might want to check that. This seasoning, the seafood seasoning that I'm using, it's a Chesapeake Bay seasoning, and you can get that at the Pepper Palace here in the Smokies. There are several locations, but it's a good all-purpose seafood seasoning.
Old Bay does have salt in it.
Oh, okay. Brooks just looked that up. Old Bay does have salt in it, so you always gauge your salt based on your spices if they've got any pre-measured amounts of salt. Yum. That is so good. It is a definite meal pasta salad. You could definitely make a meal out of this pasta salad. If you don't like tuna, leave it out, and you could still use these spices and still sort of have a seafood essence about it. But we really love the tuna. And again, if you don't like the dark tuna, go ahead and use the white tuna. But we find that it just elevates the flavor of this particular salad. So here you have it. It is done, easy, and I have a feeling there won't be much left actually. I need you to tell me how this tuna mac salad is.
I already know how it is. Of course, I haven't tested this batch, but I know what I think about this.
And it hasn't even marinated in the fridge yet.
It hasn't, which when it does, it's going to be even better. And the tomato is actually what I love about that, because you add that, and that adds another level of freshness to it.
But what about the seafood seasoning? Is that unique?
So it is. I taste it, but it's not overwhelming. And I mean, like I said, you've got mayonnaise, you've got egg, you've got tomato. You know what I taste most in this as far as herbs and stuff? I taste the dill the most.
Right.
But dill goes really well with seafood, tuna, salmon, things like that. Noodles are done perfectly. It's just a really nice, it's a refreshing macaroni salad that incorporates seafood. And I really like it.
And it does eat like a meal. It could be a side or a meal.
So we've actually made this just as a meal before, because it's a whole meal. You got 2 kinds of protein in there. You've got your tuna and you have your egg. You've got your dairy, mayonnaise, there's all kinds of stuff in here. You've got your veggies. It's another winner, a home run, right here in the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen.
So, if you liked this video, guys, thanks for joining us. Please give us a thumbs up. 2 kitchen videos in a week. What we doing here? But most of all, we want you to subscribe to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun, and hit that notification bell, as Brooke says, school's in, ringy dingy. Say it, babe.
You know, every time we've got new content posted.
Peanut gallery over there. But we enjoy you guys. Oh, here's Momo. Momo says hello and thank you for watching. But we will see you next time. We hope that you will make this wonderful tuna pasta salad and enjoy it with your families. Thank you, guys. We love you and have a great day.
We can't wait to show you what's next in the kitchen.
Not sure what's next in the kitchen, not sure what's next out in the Smokies, but it'll be something.